सच्चियां दिल तो ओ बोलदा Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा Yo, yo, Biggie in the rave Yo, yo, Biggie inside Biggie in the Biggie let's talk गल्ला वक्रियां बोलदा YouTube ते live हर दिन crowd रोलदा Stories सच्चियां Asset stories सच्चियां दिल तो ओ बोलदा Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा Yo, yo, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie let's talk. गल्लां वक्रियां बोलदा, YouTube ते live हर दिन crowd रोलदा. Stories सच्चियां, असें stories सच्चियां दिल तो ओ बोलदा. Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा. Yo, yo, yo. Biggie in the rave Yo, yo Biggie inside Biggie in the Biggie let's talk गल्ला वक्रियां बोलदा YouTube ते live हर दिन crowd रोलदा Stories सच्चियां Asset stories सच्चियां दिल तो ओ बोलदा Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा Yo, yo, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie let's talk. गल्लां वक्रियां बोलदा YouTube ते live हर दिन crowd रोलदा Stories सच्चियां असें stories सच्चियां दिल तो ओ बोलदा Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा Yo, yo, yo Biggie in the rave Yo, yo Biggie inside Biggie in the Biggie let's talk गल्लां वक्रियां बोलदा YouTube ते live हर दिन crowd रोलदा Stories सच्चियां Asset stories सच्चियां दिल तो ओ बोलदा Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा Yo, yo, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie inside, Biggie let's talk. गल्लां वक्रियां बोलदा YouTube ते live हर दिन crowd रोलदा Stories सच्चियां असें stories सच्चियां दिल तो ओ बोलदा Biggie let's talk scene पूरा होल्दा Yo, yo, yo Biggie
Let's talk, let's talk.
Biggie come see me Gop shop and gossip is what you need Oi Biggie
Let's talk,
Let's talk.
let's talk.
Let's talk.
Oi Biggie
Let's talk,
Let's talk.
let's talk.
Let's talk.
It's just Biggie, come let's talk.
Biggie let's talk Biggie
Let's talk, let's talk.
let's talk Biggie let's talk let's talk Biggie come see me
Biggie, let's talk. Yeah, we bringing that vibe. Real stories, real people. Yeah, we keeping it live. From the streets to the stage. Yeah, we speak from the heart.
Biggie let's talk
Yeah, we setting it up.
Oi Biggie let's talk
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's
let's talk.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
It's just Biggie, come, let's talk. Biggie, Biggie, let's talk. Biggie, Biggie, Biggie. Let's talk, let's talk. Biggie, Biggie, Biggie. Let's talk, let's talk. Biggie, 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 let's talk. Biggie, 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 Biggie.
Yo, Biggie, let's talk. Yo, Biggie, what's the gossip? Interviewing the best, finding out the tips and tricks. Yo, Biggie, let's talk. Yo, Biggie, let's talk. Yo, Biggie, what's the gossip? Interviewing the best, finding out the tips and tricks. Yo, Biggie, let's talk. Yo, Biggie, let's talk. Yo, Biggie, let's talk. Yo, Biggie, watch the gossip. Interviewing the best, finding out the tips and tricks. Yo, Biggie, let's talk. Yo, Biggie, let's talk. Yo,
Let's talk. Biggie, Biggie, Biggie on the mic. We're talking truth, no hype. Drop everything and hear what's up. It's Biggie time, so let's light things up.
Listen up, Biggie in the studio, where the real talk flows, yo. The vibe is buzzing, the truth is loud, but Biggie talking calm, keeping it proud.
We got stories of struggle, from hardship to hope, from the block to the globe.
Yo, Biggie, break it down, break it clear. No filter, no lie, just sincere.
Follow Biggie, 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 here like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and hear what's up. It's Biggie time, so let's light things up.
We talk about money, we talk about pain. The pain of the youth, the loss of the main. Biggie talk about love, about family ties. All the good and all the lies.
We break the chains of ignorance, show the truth with our own language.
We're building a bridge over the storm. Keep it steady, keep it warm.
Follow Biggie, 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 here like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and hear what's up. It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. So let's light things up. So let's light things up.
From the suburb to the skyline, from the sunrise to the shine.
We're turning the page, turning the page. We'll break the walls, we'll break the cage.
Biggie on mic with heat to your ear. What's happening in the world, no fear. We talk about peace, we talk about love. We talk about hope like a dove.
We keep the rhythm, keep the rhyme. We'll light the way through the night. Follow Biggie, 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 here like and let's talk. We're not about everything, get it till what's up. It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. Biggie, 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 hit it like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and hear what's up. It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. So let's light things up. Let's talk. Biggie, Biggie, Biggie on the mic. We're talking truth, no hype. Drop everything and hear what's up.
Condition subs time. Everybody come join. Biggie, let's start. Every voice, every time. Hey, yeah. Biggie, let's start. Right. Share and subscribe. Right. Share and subscribe. Turn it up loud and tell your friends worldwide. Biggie Bunny mind bringing truth every day. Real conversations in a biggie way. From London to the world, everybody come join. Biggie, let's start. Every vibes at a time. Biggie, let's start. Biggie, let's start. Biggie, let's start. Biggie, let's start. Right, turn it down and tell your friends worldwide. Biggie, let's start. Biggie, let's start. Biggie, let's start. Bring it the vibes, from the vibes, from the start. Biggie, let's start. Say your references in a biggie way. From London to the world, everybody come join. Biggie, let's talk. Every voice, every
गुड इवनिंग गुड इवनिंग गुड इवनिंग हमारी मोटी सेटिंग कर लिए ठीक है give me 1 sec okay I'll see you there bro let me just sort my angling out that's a no that's still okay that will have to do until you come in but anyway guys welcome to Biggie Let's Talk episode 90 10 away from the century and so what's happening today is I've got somebody that's passionate about fitness dedicated to help others ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਏਦਾਂ right to become stronger healthier and more disciplined and build a platform to inspire people and push them forward so today I'm with a gentleman from Fateh Fitness I'm sure you've seen you've seen the promo videos and the ads and everything so today we'll be talking about his journey into fitness his challenges he overcame the mindset which is very important to him and what's needed to stay consistent nutrition-wise, motivation, and what it really takes for a healthier lifestyle. And let's see who's the man behind the brand and what advice he can have with him. So don't forget to like, share, and comment. It's free of charge. Yeah. So without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Malkit Chana. Max, what's happening, my brother?
I'm good, Biggie man. Thank you so much, man, for having me on your show, bro.
Can you hear me okay, yeah?
I can hear you perfectly. Yeah. Can you get me? Is all cool?
Number pass our number.
Wicked. Sorry, brother. You know, you'll have to forgive me, man. Normally, when I come on camera for these sort of things, I tie my bug, but I just come
Nah,
back
it's
from
all
the
good, brother.
gym,
It's all
so
good. It's all good.
I'm rolling in convertible mode. Yeah.
You just come back from holiday. Where did you come back from? The Maldives?
I didn't go on holiday actually. I went to the Maldives for work. So
Maldives
yeah, you know, I had to take one for the team, and they said someone had to go out to the Maldives, and you know, I was the unlucky one. Yeah,
ਕਿੰਨਾ ਮੈਚ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਠੰਡ
yeah,
ਉੱਤੇ ਬੜੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਆ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਨੋ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਆ
yeah. It was bloody cold, mate. You know, and yeah, but
which
we
which
managed.
island did you go to
I went to Male, and I went to another island called the Crossroads.
Mali is the
Uh,
capital isn't it because I've been to one called Kurudu and I've been to
yeah,
one called Komandu
yeah. You know, yeah, it's a lovely place. I mean, I went for work, so I didn't really want to.
can't hear you bro can't hear you Max, can't hear you, bro. Come out and come back in. That's it. Now you got a loose star there or something, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, man. I didn't touch nothing, so it's a bit weird. All right, let's not move anything. So hopefully
Okay, bro.
get up.
So you're living the dream. Where are you now? You're home or you in the gym?
No, no, I'm at home now, bro. I'm just yeah, just chilling, chilling for now.
Okay, so tell me how your fitness journey started and how. Hold on, you're from West London, ain't you?
Yeah, that's right.
And how did your fitness journey start?
So my fitness journey started in 2014. Before that, I used to train, but just all night to go to the gym, pretend I was like everyone else. Didn't really focus. But in 2012, sorry, my journey started. In 2012, believe it or not, I used to go on stage actually. So I used to be part of this thing called Hypnotize Crew. So we like
Oh,
were producers
DJs.
back in the day. And not just DJs. We launched the first sort of Asian Public Enemy style band, sorry, a team, yeah, tag
Hypnotized
team.
me. Wasn't that like Jackaland?
Yeah, that's
Reggae,
it.
like, yeah, I know you
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about, yeah.
yeah. So basically, when we launched that, we done a lot of stage performances and things. So like at that point in time, uh, we used to go on stage, and I was like, this isn't. And I used to be a consultant in London, so I used to go out drinking a lot, with the whole little party scene
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all the bad habits, as you say, yes. And then so the boys started making fun of me. They go, "Look, you go on stage here, you wear a vest, yeah, but you ain't got the body." So
yeah.
they used to take the mick. I mean, good lads, yeah. I'm not going to slay them because everything was homegrown for us. We say
100%.
whatever we want, yeah. So anyway, what happened was they started taking the mick in it, and then I said, "Okay, you know what? I'm going to go on stage. I'm gonna go on bodybuilding stage," and then they all started laughing and joking, and then I was determined. And May 2012, I said, "This is it. I want to cut off everything, all the bad habits, all the drinking, and I'm going to focus my attention into going on stage." So then I carried on. I trained for 6 months, and then I started getting results. And what I will say about the start of that journey is the wasn't about the training; it was about the diet. And as
Wow.
much as everyone wants to tell you, yeah, get yourself in the gym, get yourself in the gym, I'll say, fix your diet first because everything else will follow. And my whole body changed when I changed my diet. The eating the right things at the right time of day, the rest, it all played a part. So 20% gym, 80% is all the rest. You can count it like this, yeah, 24 hours in a day, 2 hours those in the gym. It's the other 22 that count that you need to make count.
It's
And
like they say
basically,
abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym, aren't they?
yeah, 110%. So the funny thing is, I've never had a six pack before. I got my six pack when I was 37. And
Wow.
so I started a bit late in the journey, but I was determined to do it. Done my first competition in 2014, and yeah, it was good. A lot of people, when they ask me, actually, as a joke, all the youngsters, they go, "Why do you do all this bodybuilding stuff?" And I say, "For the birds." Yeah, but honestly, honest truth is, it's not. It's because you have to differentiate yourself.
Yeah,
There's got to be something about you, like that is a not just attractive, but something that's different. We don't all be part of the same little machine.
yeah,
You got to stand out. So this is my little piece of my differentiation. Other people have other things. They're good at music. I can't sing. If I start singing right now, everyone will switch off. But I'm saying, this is my talent. My talent is lifting heavy weights and then carving, shaping the body. I call it sculpturing, yeah, and
yeah,
that's pretty much what it is. But the sculpturing isn't uh, using a chisel and a hammer. It's
yeah.
all about how you mold your body. So I'm at a stage now where I don't train a push, pull, and leg day like other people do. I'll go and I'll look what's deflated, and that's the muscle I'll concentrate on. So my
Really?
pattern's very different. Yeah, because that's what it is. You have to keep
What did
yourself
you do
simple.
before? Did you do push pull legs before?
Before, when you start, you listen to everyone else, push, pull, legs, and this is what you should be
Yeah,
doing. So, very much the first competition, even up until the first competition, it was guidance on. I didn't have a coach actually. I only got my coach towards the end, and I didn't even hire a coach actually. There's a really good guy. He's passed away now, but his name's Michael. He used to be known as Kalish, and he just came one day and he said, "Oh, it looks like you're getting ready for a competition." And then he started guiding me towards the end, probably for the last couple of months. But up until then, everything I learned was from the internet or by reading books and listening to people.
But don't they
And I
say that
read.
confuses you because you read too much?
No, see, the thing is, you can read lots of things, and you got to be a bit intelligent here. So if 100 people, 100 articles tell you that you need to reduce your carbs to get ripped, and the one article says, "Don't worry, you can still eat samosa. You're
Yeah.
going to be that one. You're going to be that one." It all adds up. The science has been around for 50 odd years, bodybuilding, yeah, and it's always been around, and the theories are the same. You want to be eating mega calories, training hard when you're growing, and you want to cut your carbs to get ripped. Here's the myth. Actually, what people always say, and this really cracks me up. They talk about a lot of people say, "I want to get, I want to do a lean bulk." There's no such thing as a lean bulk. There's no such thing as a lean bulk. It is not possible. You either eat in excess to grow,
Yeah.
or you eat less so you get ripped. There's no such thing as I'm going to eat, and the amount of calories you need to eat. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you. Look, since 2014, I've been trying to get over 100 kilos. And there's
Okay.
people out there who's saying to me, "You know what? You'll put on 7 kilos, 10 kilos in a year. You are not going to put on 10 kilos of muscle in a year. It is not going to happen for you. If you ever go to the meat shop and go and buy yourself 2 kilos of meat in a
It's not
carry-on
like
bag,
that. Innit? How
you
much it
think
weighs?
about you think about sticking that on your body. Yeah, you are not going to do it. You'll put on 10 kilos of weight, no problem. Yeah, just go KFC every day. But out of that 10 kilos, 7 kilos will be fat.
That's
Yeah,
it.
which you're gonna have to shift afterwards anyway. But
Okay. What
again,
what what gym did you go to? Could you went to gym in South, or what gym were you in?
so I've always started my journey in Olympian Fitness in Hayes, and they moved now from Pump
Mhm.
Lane. Now they're in Springfield Road, next to inside Goals, and
Where the Gurdwara is, where the Guru Nanak College is.
just before that, on the right hand side, where the other Gurdwara is, right next to the other Gurdwara.
So where SWAT is.
No, past that, but basically, it's about 100 yards from the Guru Nanak Sikh College.
Okay, yeah, I know you are. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's inside Golds, basically. Everyone knows where Golds is. So,
Yeah, I know
but
where that is.
that's my, I've been to a few other gyms, but as a joining the other gyms, but still staying at Olympian. Olympian's my like family. I started my journey there. I don't think I'll ever leave, to be honest. You know what? The people know me. They've seen me go from zero to hero, and back to zero again, then back to
And,
7
and,
zero,
and that's the
back to
gym
zero
where you
again.
said that you're gonna start training to go on stage years ago.
Yeah. So that's it. Years ago, I started my journey. That's where I started my journey back there. But I did
No.
it all. I'm not gonna take credit and say I did it all myself, but I did most of it myself. The training, even my posing, was not so great for the first time,
Yeah.
but I just worked it out from the videos. I mean, they're all out there, man. If you want to do a great
Yeah, I've
posing
seen them.
routine, you follow the people who have already done it. The main things. It's just like, the nerves is the thing that will kill you on your first show. It's a big thing standing up on stage in your chaddies. Yeah, you can't hide anything. There's nothing like, yeah. So they'll see your bad points, your good points, and there's very limited opportunity to mask any weak spots. So but and again, the first competition I went in beginners category, and it was good. I still qualified for the British,
Where was that?
but
Where was that held?
that was it. Actually, you know what the beauty about that was? It was held in the Beck Theatre, the
Oh,
Beck
wow,
Theatre in
around the
Hayes.
corner.
Yeah, and it was such a blessing to be practically in my hometown. You know, and yeah, so it was really really nice. To be on that stage.
And the other participants were they local as well, most of them.
No, not really, because what it is, the game slightly changed now. Normally, what happens is you try and enter a regional which is close to your home. That's why it's called a
Yeah.
regional. Yeah. So what happens throughout the years, you do all the regionals, and then towards November, October, late October, November time, then they have the finals. Yeah, you can only go to the finals if you've been invited, and so
Yeah.
that's there's different federations, so but the same pattern. And so normally what happens is, like, now I'm getting ready probably to get back on stage in March. And so what I'll do, I'll get myself in condition, get myself ready, like late March, and then I'll scope around for the competitions around that time. Some of them may be like the last competition done in 2023 was in Worthing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can go anywhere, like, the Wales, Scotland. I don't do any of those because they're too far, but I try and pick one. The Birmingham I've done before, and but you have to go according to the condition of your body.
And how many have you won?
How many have I won? Well, it's not about winning, actually. So I've placed for the British finals 4 times, but I've never
Okay.
gone to the British finals. And the last competition in 2023, I didn't qualify, but it's okay because there's a long story behind that. I'll share that in 1 second. But I went done there's some trophies behind, actually. You'll have to look at the dates, but 2014, that was my first competition. I think the one behind it is 2015.
Amazing.
2016 I didn't do because there was a bit of a family crisis. Then 17 I done, 18 I done, 19 I was getting ready, and I was I think 2 weeks out from a competition. Maybe it was a month, but then COVID kicked in,
Yeah.
and then I'm not the sort of person who goes to the gym just to be healthy. So you mentioned one thing which is probably incorrect. Health and fitness and bodybuilding, very different things. It's a ruthless game, this thing, yeah, on your body, the bodybuilding side of things. What you have to put your body through and endure in terms of calorie eating the amount of food you eat, it all puts a lot of stuff, under pressure.
You have to
So
measure
I,
everything.
huh?
You have to measure everything.
No, no, I don't do. See, I'm not your typical personal calorie counting macros, and they call it. Yeah, I just go straight in. I'm saying, I want to grow, I'll eat, whatever I can find, I'll eat. And so it's a mix of saying that it's not all gonna. It's it's got to taste good in order for you to
Yeah.
eat it. So you know what? There's times when I've had like 3 doner kebabs in a day. You know,
Because it tastes so
just
good.
just to get the calories in. No, no, it wasn't even about the taste of good. No, no, but it was like, the difference between eating that and eating something like, grilled chicken and potatoes is you get a bit sick of it, yeah. But then when I do my cut, then I'm just like a machine. I'll completely switch over and I'll do, like, people say uh low carbs and they do count their macros. Me, I just have fish, broccoli, one. So I'm giving away all my secrets, but happy, it's a difficult thing to follow, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'll fish, broccoli, and I'll have a rice cake with peanut butter, and I'll have that 9 times a day, yeah.
Wow.
Or I'll have like
And that's
turkey.
that's what's cut you down in that picture where you're on stage and you look really like
Yeah, yeah. So that's what you need to go through. So when people say, what are your carbs like? I don't really do that. The thing is, you should have enough carbs actually to keep your system running.
yeah,
But in order to burn fat, you want your body to find those sources, yeah, of the storage. So idea, keep your carbs low. And then the other thing is, when you're ready to go on stage, then what you do, you reload your muscle is effectively your battery cell.
yeah,
When you deplete it, it starts to find all the fat stores and use it. And then when you're getting ready for going back on stage, you just reload it. And the only thing about reloading it is the same thing as a battery principle. If you get a battery and you leave it sitting in the garage, for 2 years, when you come to charging it, it won't charge because it's not ready. It's
it's
dead.
true.
So what you
Okay,
do, you keep your
so
muscle.
what made you take fitness so seriously? You told me you said obviously
Oh,
that you wanted to go on stage.
so after that stage experience, it's once you tasted it, you don't want to go back. And once
Really?
you've tasted, not just like, people say you should be a little bit humble, blah blah. Look, I'll be honest, yeah, I'm a very humble person. People get on with me. I'm a really nice guy, and I'm semi-intimidating because when you don't see me, you think I'm a bit of a git,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's just the way people perceive you. But the thing about this game is, uh, you can be humble, but you are doing this to be different. And when you
100%.
go out, you go to melee, you go to clubs, and you go anywhere, and the first thing that happens, people come and talk to you. Yeah, they,
It's like the when I first met you at Scotch Bar in Windsor. Do you remember?
yeah. So actually, well, I'll be going there again. But see, when I turn up at Scotch Bar basically and stuff like that, I'll come with no sleeves on.
Yeah,
How many people?
that's. When I saw you, that's what you were sleeveless, and I was like, hold on, I know this guy. I've seen him somewhere, and that's when I started to talk to you.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. The presence that you have,
100%.
yeah, shapes you. It shapes you as a person because everyone wants to be liked and get attention.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what they say. When people say I'm doing it for me, look, that's all rubbish, mate. Yeah, you're still yourself. But at the end of the day, if you want to be different, and that's the thing, you need to. If you want to be different, this may not be everyone's cup of tea, but everyone's trying to find a little bit of nasha.
hundred
Yeah.
percent.
And that's the thing. My nasha is, what? That's why I don't have to turn to anything else. You know what? When I go out
Iron.
drinking, maybe when I go clubs, yeah, all right, I'll have 3 or 4 shots, but I'll never get wasted because I'm already high. I'm on high on the conversations that people coming to me and they want to learn about my
Yeah,
journey, or they say, "Wow, how can I get like that?" You know what? Even better than that is the beauty of all of this. I'm 50, dude. Yeah, I've gone over 50 now. Yeah, and when people say, "Oh man, you look thing," they go, apart from my daddy, if I dyed it, people say, "Oh, you know what? You must be in your 40s." But
yeah, because
that
in your pictures in your Facebook pictures I just saw on in the Maldives, you look about 35.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing because it makes you, I'm saying achieving something makes you different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and again, it's not just about the bodybuilding. It's a whole lifestyle. This game which I'm playing, yeah, is a lifestyle, and it's not for the weak-hearted. But there are other things that people can do, but they all take dedication. Yeah, you want to learn how to
100%.
play the sitar, you want to play the tabla, you want to learn kick calls and keys. You want to do what you're doing, dude. Like this takes dedication. You can't just sit there and say, "Oh, I'll take time off from it." When I started my journey, actually, you used to go to weddings and people used to laugh at me. They used to have to go, and I used to take my food, tubs of food with me, and they'll all be munching away, and I'll be eating my. I'll
I
go to the
feel it.
car and eat my turkey, and they'll all be laughing. But when you get on stage, then they're saying, "Oh,
Now
how
you
can
know
I do
why.
that? How can I do that?" I said, "Well, you should have. You should look what's in my box before you started slaying it." Yeah,
100%. Okay,
yeah.
so who's the person behind Fateh Fitness? Obviously, you just gave us a little insight. And how did Fateh Fitness start? And
So
where did the name come from? Because obviously, I know what the name means.
yeah,
It means
so
victory.
so it's funny. Everyone, like a lot of people, they joke around at a gym, and they say fatty fitness,
Yeah,
fatty. They don't know what it means. Obviously, victory. Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, the
yeah.
Fateh Fitness came from. Uh, so when I was doing really, really well in the game, and then I started coaching a few people as well, and I don't know. I just wanted to do something, and I thought I didn't want to do it for money. And some of the other things I've done, I trained some old people. I trained my mum,
Mhm.
and the idea was to do something, put back into the community. Because
Brilliant.
older people, they need company and
Yeah.
they need some exercise or stimulant. So the idea I had was to actually start this thing off and make this brand out of it. So I thought, for the fitness, that's the name. It works for me, and I thought it's good because that's what it's all about. Then I done some clothing and but unfortunately, I'll be raw here because you know what. We all talk about, my barges on stage. Oh, it's look blah blah blah. But when it comes to support, mate, we
कोई नहीं
don't
कर दो.
nothing. Sare dads on there, they have to spend £1, two, £10. Then they're all like, and they say, "Give me a top, I'll represent." Yeah, I said that's cool. I don't mind giving you a top, but you know what? Show me a six-pack and give me a 47-inch chest, bro. I'll give you a
Yeah.
top, right? Because then it's worth thinking. But the idea was to push that out to create not a
Okay, you just
business.
mentioned some of the challenges you faced. What other challenges have you had?
Oh, there's loads. I've had
Have you
everything.
ever had like injuries or anything like that?
I've got loads of injuries, loads. I tore my bicep tendon. That was my own doing. I was arm wrestling, yeah. When I went away on holiday, and
That's
then
like a good few months. Or that's like what 5 6 months. I've had a friend that's had tore his bicep.
yeah, it was bad. I've got the video. I'm not going to share it, but I've got it snapping. Yeah,
Wow.
on the video, you hear it, they'll crack, and it's not nice. It is absolutely the worst pain you can. Not when you snap it, but when you get it reattached.
Mhm.
So actually, there was two options. They said to me, they said you can leave it, but you'll never have a full bicep. Yeah, it will be fine, but you'll never have a full bicep. And I thought, I can't do this, man.
Yeah.
I'm born for being on stage, yeah. So I got there. So I got it fixed. And honestly, the pain afterwards was lethal. And
But you know,
so
my friend, when he tore his, I used to always like, keep update. Say, give me updates. How's it better now? Because he couldn't sleep at night or nothing. Because he couldn't sleep on that side, right? And then I
yeah,
used to say, okay, can you curl an apple? And he's like, no. Okay,
dude,
I'll go.
forget curl and apple. It doesn't matter which way you turn.
Yeah,
Just even if you don't move your arm, it will hurt you.
yeah. That's
And
exactly what he used to say to me.
you know, my mum, she actually touched my wrist, this part of my wrist,
Yeah,
and she literally only just said Tika and literally put a hand on it, and the whole pain shot all the way, and all did was scream.
bloody
Yeah,
hell.
and that's how bad it is. There, but then I got other injuries. My back was knackered as well, and I had like uh, 6 injections. But that was from my DJing days. I destroyed my back. So everyone says, was it training? It wasn't. It was because I was a hero. I jumped off. You know, Southall Community Centre. There's the stage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So Southall Community Centre stage is quite high, but when I was young, you
yeah,
know, we think we're like flipping rubber bands. So I had a top in my hand and I jumped off the stage. And when I hit the ground, I literally jumped off the stage with the top in my hand and the speaker top, yeah, not like a top t-shirt, but with a speaker. And then
yeah,
literally vertigo backwards, heard a crack. I was all right that day. Next day, that's it. My mum was calling all the people, you know, the underground, the
yeah, yeah.
mass, yeah, because I couldn't move.
Massages,
Yeah, yeah. So eventually
DC doctors.
that stayed with me for a really, really long time. Even in all these competitions that I done, I only got that solved in 2018. No, no, not even that. It's been yeah, God, it's only been three years. I got that solved because I had some injections in there. And now this was the one, the knees. The knees I burnt out. So what happened was on my last competition that I done in 2023, I had a big gap. 2019 to 2023,
That was
literally
COVID.
that, yeah, literally done nothing. And I lost everything, completely everything. And I thought, you know what, time to make a comeback here, you know. And so I was determined to do it. And I started in January 2023. And I went all out in 8 months. I got massive again and I got shredded again. You'll probably find some pictures on my
Yeah,
Facebook from
yeah,
that one. And then I got ripped all in 8 months. The one thing that I couldn't do was grow the legs enough. So the judges were like, you know, go away, work on your legs. And I thought, you know what, next competition, because I was turning 50 and 50 was going to be my last year of competing. And I thought any competition, I'm going to do 3 competitions that year and then I'm going to call it all quits. I said it's a very unhealthy game, and it is. So I thought I'll do my last competition and then I'll just stay shredded. I'll look good, but that's it. Yeah, I
yeah.
can't be bothered with this getting bigger and getting smaller and getting bigger.
Yeah.
And then I just went out all out training my legs. I went bang, 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 and then I was training my legs 4 times a week. I was doing a lot of leg extensions, and that's what done it. The leg extensions burnt out the cartilage behind my kneecaps, and I just had a operation last October for both my knees at the same time, and so partial knee replacements. And 3 months after, I was back in the gym with my crutches, and
Madness.
everyone says, "Man, you just like you're mad." Yeah, and I said, "You can't keep me out of this place. Yeah, I'm born for this." So the
Okay,
only
have
thing
you ever felt
now,
like giving up? You've had all these injuries, you've had a few setbacks. Have you ever felt like giving up?
so I felt like giving up a number of times. Um, Number of times, not while I'm training, giving up, but when you go away for such a long period and you come back. So this thing which people refer to as muscle memory
Yeah.
is true, but what they don't tell you is that the pain that you have as someone who has been competitive before is much worse than someone who hasn't got muscle memory.
So like when
Because
you tore your bicep, obviously muscle memory will bring that back on it. As in once you start training proper hard
It,
again.
it will, but it will take time
Yeah,
because it will never be the same. But again, muscle memory is there because your muscles are used to getting that big, and then you've got a technique behind you. But the thing, but the people you don't realize is when you get into the gym, mate, and you've been like lifting some crazy weights. There was one point in my life where I was doing 120 kilos as a warm up. Yeah,
wow.
I used to do a 180 max. Yeah, like 8 reps, and then you go in after like not training, and then you're lifting 40 kilos.
Just to
Literally,
warm
you're
up.
lifting 40 kilos. Yeah, I'm not even talking about 40 kilos. I'm talking 40 kilos, including the bar,
Yeah,
and then you're struggling, and then afterwards it hurts. So imagine the mental pain you're going through, and the physical pain you're going through, and
thinking that
then
you used to do 120 and now you're doing 40.
yeah, and it painful. It's painful. So those periods, I call them, when you go back after taking time off, the first 2 weeks really hurts you. It hurts you as an individual. Like, and you think, I'm not going to take any time off, because it's bad. 1 week off is good, 2 weeks off is okay. But anything more than that, then you get lazy, you get lethargic. So yeah, there's been plenty of opportunities to give up, and there's challenges in life as well. Work, family,
Of
that
course.
take a toll, and then you think, what thing. But you have to keep something for yourself. The thing is, if you work, uh, then your work's good, and then the training's not so good. It sort of balances itself out. So you
Definitely.
have you have something on the other side, yeah. And you know what, the the thing about all this training journey is now, if I don't go to the gym, I'm not a very nice person. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the thing is, that's it, because it builds up, and then you think, I should be doing something else. And the symptoms of all this are like, is that mentally it's such a great experience to meet people. Then the symptoms of it are having a swollen body because you're massive, yeah, and you train. So the thing is, you should take advantage of it. A lot of people say I go to this to do the gym because it's my sanctuary. I need it, and I agree with them. I think that's where it started as well. But then I've taken advantage of that, thinking if I'm there anyway, I might as well achieve something. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I might as well do everything else properly as well.
100%. Okay, what does discipline mean to you? And
Uh,
how important is it?
Discipline is the most important thing in this game. The discipline in your diet. I wouldn't even say the discipline in your training. Yeah, is that you go to the gym and you throw weights about for an hour here and there. That's not that difficult nowadays. People think that that's the hardest part, but it's not. It's what you do outside afterwards, that prep of food, eating the right things, making sure you're drinking water, the rest. This game between being healthy and being someone who can compete on stage is a huge gap between those two things. To be on stage takes so
A
much
different kettle of
discipline.
fish, isn't it?
The last, yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. The last 6 weeks, when you're getting ready for a competition, you'll start seeing the pain. The last 2 weeks before the competition, then you really know, you're like, honestly, when you're eating food which is like polystyrene, dude.
Broccoli,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and that's it. But that's what you have to do. That's what separates from you from the other people. But a little tip for everyone, if they really want to know how you do it, is imagine you're an alcoholic or you're a heavy smoker. You ask that person to give something up for life, they'll never be able to do it. If you tell that person, say, give it up for a month, and then after a month, I'll buy you 10 bottles of whiskey, or I'll
Yeah.
buy you 400 fags, don't worry. Yeah. And then after a month, when they get through that, because they didn't have to change their mindset, because what happens is when you're in that mindset, the other mindset, they'll say, "Kal nu shuru karoge, kal nu
Yeah.
shuru karoge, kal nu shuru karoge." But this mindset tells me it's okay. When I cut my diet, I'll say, it's okay, I won't have a pizza. I don't have a pizza for 2 months, it's all good. Then I'll say, after the competition, I'll have all the pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the worst thing about it is the first slice of pizza you eat, you start feeling sick because you'll say, oh, it's too oily. So your body has to sort of adjust as well. So
Okay, you touched on mindset. That was my next question. How important is mindset?
mindset is everything as well. So the discipline comes with mindset. Mindset means separating out, making sacrifices, sometimes telling people to get out of your way, even if they're close to you.
Okay, coming from a Punjabi background as well, what about roti? Did you have to cut that back on roti?
Oh yeah, yeah. Roti is the worst. It's the enemy. Yeah. So flour is not a great source of carbs.
Yeah,
Yeah, at all. But yeah, when you do your cut, you definitely move the bread. But when I'm even doing my bulk, I try and stay away from that because it's like an empty set of calories. You got to stick to bread, not bread, sorry, rice, potatoes, and things. But roti is difficult. But the problem is that I have roti now, but mainly when I go to the gurdwara on Sundays, I'll just max out on the roti. Yeah,
yeah,
and but you'll really find me having roti at home unless it's with kima because you can't have kima with anything else. Yeah.
yeah, of
So
course.
yeah, so but yeah, that's the thing. It's yeah, it's hard, but there's to my kids as well. Uh, when they used to go out, I used to take them when you're cutting everything out. You always feel like, oh God, I want that. I want so. You think they want it, so you take them out, take them to McDonald's or take them somewhere, and you sit there. And this is having discipline. You've got to sit there and still feed your family and not eat any of that
Not
stuff.
eat something, yeah. And have some
Yeah.
pani or something.
Yeah, yeah. So you have Barney, but there's another cheat trick. You take one, you find the longest chip in the packet, and you just sit there. And one chip won't kill you, so I'm saying, but you'll nibble on it really, really, really slowly when they're finished. But the thing is, and it does play. It plays. Well, it makes you grumpy. Yeah, low carbing,
Yeah,
or being hungry, as it's called. It makes you grumpy. And the thing is, the best thing to do is stay out of my way when I'm when I like that because there's it doesn't matter whether I'm right or wrong. Yeah,
you can be
I'm just
grumpy.
me. I'm just me. At that point
That's
in
it.
time, is I've got something to achieve. I need to be somewhere, and I've said it before. You do not go on stage, right? And when you're in your juddies and you're not fully dedicated to looking the part. There's a thing about being on stage. Everyone says, I want to be on stage, on stage. It's okay. I get you. But don't go on stage and make yourself look like an idiot.
Mm.
Yeah. It takes hard work. Yeah. That's why when you go on stage, you need to make sure that you're proper on point. And the six pack is not that difficult to achieve either. All the things about do 100 sit-ups a day, it's all rubbish. Yeah. And there's going to be a lot of trainers who are going to look at this and say, oh no, no, yeah. But it's a muscle. It's just like any other muscle. Once you busted that muscle, it needs to repair. And my theory is, and that always works for me, is I will train my abs. I'll do 4 sets, heaviest weight I can find, and I'll do it probably once a week or twice a week, max.
Okay.
And that's just before coming to the competition. But right now, I don't care about getting a six pack, and that's enough. Take a look at my pictures. If you're telling me I ain't got a six pack,
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't do this thing 100 reps, 150 reps.
I've seen your
It's
pictures. You got that vacuum as well, haven't you?
vacuum is the very, very, very difficult to do. I can't do it properly. I try,
No, but you got
but
that vacuum look. You got the rib cage look.
well, yeah.
Your
The
rib
thing
cage,
is that
your rib,
no, but the proper vacuum I can't achieve. It's
like
no,
Arnold used to
no.
do.
Yeah, but that is that that's there's different categories. One was it's called men's classic, yeah,
Okay.
and classic bodybuilding. In classic bodybuilding, one of the things you'll get bonus points for if you can do a vacuum, and that's the proper vacuum. That's the one you're saying Arnold Schwarzenegger used to do.
Yeah.
To achieve that, it's not six pack. It's not doing sit ups. Yeah, that is all like controlling your core,
Yeah.
and it is really hard to pull your core in that much. I'll give you an example. So look at my pictures there, the ones that haven't got the vacuum.
Yeah.
My waist, my waist in those pictures is sitting just uh, under 30 and a half inches.
Now your waist is like that.
Yeah, yeah, it's tiny. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not getting it's not going to get any smaller than that because it was bone after that. Yeah, and to do a vacuum again is trust me, it takes a lot of work. Takes
I
a
can
lot of
imagine.
work.
Okay. How do you train when you don't feel motivated to train?
It's happened a lot recently because of the weather. But I have this thing where I'm a solid Punjabi. So what I do when I leave home, I get myself psyched up. I'll have a black coffee. I'll get in the car and I just jam with my Bhangra music.
So are
Right.
you like a morning training session or evening?
So when it comes to competing, then it's both. But
Twice a
when it
day?
comes to yeah, twice a day. But when it comes to bulking, like it is now, I'll just do 2 hours in the evening, and 2 hours is a bit too much. But I have a lot more endurance than other people because I've been doing it for such a long time. It takes me like when they say train to failure, but to to really get my muscle exhausted, I'll have to do about 10 sets, 10 sets on each exercise. Yeah, so it's tough because normally you'll go in and say 4 sets.
Full set,
You
yeah.
know, 4 sets heavy, leave it. But 4 sets for me is nothing. I just I don't even get a pump. Yeah, so I have to go to the like at least 9 to 10 sets.
Brilliant. Okay, what mistakes do you see where people like are starting their fitness journey? What are common mistakes?
Common mistakes are, first of all, is talking about what protein they should buy or what to. First thing they do, what protein, what should I do? I said, what do you eat? You got to solve the root cause. Your protein is a supplement. It's there because actually you're not getting enough. Yeah. That's why you have supplements in your cupboard for all your
Your
um,
vitamins.
yeah, exactly. And they're supplements. They're because you don't get enough of those things. So first stop thinking about protein is gonna be your the means to everything, yeah, because it's definitely not going to. You got to get your diet consistent, and then you talk about protein. First mistake that people make when they come to the gym is exactly that. They say, you know what protein should I buy? And they think having one protein shake a day, means that they don't have to eat well. And then the training which the people do is they come in and they have spotters. Spotter, purpose of a spotter there is to protect you. People, what they do when they have spotters, they say, "Oh, help me lift the weight." Now, I tell you, I could put my 2 fingers on a bar like this,
Yeah.
and I could literally take off 15 kilos from your weight, and you wouldn't know it. Now, what's the point? So I don't. Actually, this is another probably great thing. Don't come in groups of like 5 people, yeah, or even 3 people is too much. Yeah, your breathing gap in between. Maximum you should train with is 2 people. I train by myself because I don't like training with anyone else. Because
Yeah.
my otherwise my training sessions last too long. By the time you come back to doing your set, your muscle and your blood has all gone back. So the idea is to keep yourself warm, ready to keep pumping. So don't do this thing going to the gym, hog the machine and things. So these are all like rookie mistakes,
Yeah.
but you have to go on them. I went on them. I went on this thing, yeah, where you know what, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna look at everyone else. I'm gonna do this thing and I'm gonna do the push pull, blah blah. You have to do all of that. But then the first thing I did when I started my journey, which was different from everyone else, 2012. I said it was about diet because I had read the gym is not going to change you. So I said, okay, let's concentrate on that big problem. And that's what made the difference for me. And that's what makes the difference for many people. So, training, you just need to be consistent and you'll get stronger. But diet is one of those things which is very difficult to manage.
What about all
It's
these
very,
people that are like in the gym and they got creatine shakers? So if they haven't got protein, they got creatine in them.
creatine's all supplement. Creatine's a very good supplement actually, but the thing is, don't have all the supplements before you get consistency. You know, and get your food in. All those supplements are supplements for a reason. There's no point in taking creatine from day one when you haven't conditioned your muscle. Yeah, you got to condition your muscle and condition your recovery. So first of all, you go to the gym, spend a month at the gym, let your body work out, yeah, that it can recover. Then afterwards, what you do is add something to accelerate the recovery. What I want to do? They'll start adding, like the all the accelerants in before they've
Yeah,
even started the journey. It doesn't make sense.
definitely. Okay, you kind of touched on this one. How important is nutrition when you're training?
Yeah. So nutrition, man, is everything. I was having a conversation with someone else today at the gym as well, and the poor guy, he's big there now, and he has progressed. But he said he used to be the old Olympian as well, and I've probably known him for about 7, 8 years. And he
This is the
said,
one on Pump Lane, you said, in Hayes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then he said to me, he looked at me and he goes, you know, every time when I see you, he goes, you just flare out. You know, you come, you're skinny, and then bang, you're just there. And I say, he goes, I haven't changed. He hasn't changed since being at the other gym. That's 7 years ago. And I said, he goes, what should I be eating? And I said, what do you eat now? I asked him his weight, and he said his weight was about 90 odd kilos.
Yeah.
And I said, you should be eating at least 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day. And he said, oh, you'll be funny. He goes, you know what I eat? He goes, I barely have breakfast, lunch, and barely have dinner. That's it, all he has for the day. And I go,
Really?
what are you doing? Yeah. And I said, what are you doing at the gym? He goes,
Yeah.
oh, I'm training. And I said, well, there's no point. I go, there's no point in you being in the gym. I go, that's why you haven't progressed. I go, because you're coming here, you're breaking your muscle, and you're not feeding it. Yeah, you're not feeding your body. And so until you change that mindset, that goes back to my first point.
Yeah.
The only thing I had, which was my my ace card up my sleeve when I started training in 2012, I knew that training was not going to make the difference. Yeah, it had to be done.
Okay, what's one fitness myth you'd like to bust?
Oh yeah. Well, the fitness myth I'd like to bust is all this concept of lean bulk. You know, to me, it's never existed. Can't see how it has. But maybe there's some magic person out there who says, no problem, I can eat you know, enough calories, clean
Yeah.
calories a day, or chicken breast to get the results. But clean bulk is not something which I think is possible. It's possible for all these pros who have
Yeah.
already developed a body. They've already developed something, been on stage, they've been there, they've done a competition. The maturity of their muscle allows them to, and they're probably dietary habits, eating is that they're used to eating a lot. It's probably possible for those, but not for your general people who start. I'm talking about the normal people who come in and say, "Oh, you know what? I want to do a lean. I'm really skinny. I want to do a lean bulk." Or you get the other side. You get the people who are holding quite a bit of fat, and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna try and keep my calories to
Uh,
things." But the thing is, yeah, slightly high. You can't eat and get the energy sources and expect your body to then say, oh, no problem. Instead of using that, I'm going to go find it from the fat stores. Yeah. So the theory I've proven so many times, look, to go on stage, all you're doing is repeating the cycle. And I've tested it all the time. I'm testing it. I'm saying, okay, here we go to get bigger. And I've done this. I've done a vegan diet actually.
yeah, I
And
remember I spoke to you about this, didn't I?
yeah, that's the one, dude, man. And so you know what? The vegan diet made me feel like I was walking on air.
Well,
I
good.
can't explain. You don't feel lethargic. You feel fully energized. You feel like you can run a marathon. You can go to the gym. You can throw all the weights about. You don't feel bloated. You feel good. You feel amazing. Really, this is proper vegan stuff. Yeah, I'm talking about no dairy either. Yeah, and so you feel really good, but you can't grow. I couldn't get the size.
So what
Yeah.
were these what were these bodybuilders that are vegetarians and they still grow? How do they grow?
I mean, vegetarian and vegan are two different things, in it?
Yeah, that's
Because you
true.
get a
Yeah.
lot, yeah. You get dairy and cheese and all that. You get a lot of protein as well.
Yeah.
But even a vegetarian, I don't know. You gotta eat all. I'm not gonna knock it because obviously you know what, but you gotta eat a lot of lentils, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
you
got to
gotta
train
eat a
at
lot.
that dal, haven't they?
Yeah, seriously, you gotta eat a lot, man. Yeah, I'm talking a patilla of lentils is probably
Yeah.
equivalent to like half a chicken breast. So
Okay, how has social media changed the fitness game?
social media, yeah, it's been good, for me as well, because I get a lot more recognition,
Yeah.
nice comments, but it also comes with a lot of bad comments.
The
There
trolls.
are people out there who say, yeah, no, I'm not trolls. I don't know what they're looking for in life, but you get people saying, when I was on stage, you're just using your bug to make you famous.
Yeah.
I can't work that out, bro. Because I went my bug with a stage and nobody, The thing is, it is, practically in a sense, they're right. Yeah, I was very proud. I
Yeah,
was
you're
proud to go on
representing
stage with my
100%. You're
Sorry?
representing.
Yeah, yeah, I'm proud to go on the set. And the thing is, I actually wanted to compete for the reason I had a bug on my head. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I think if I wouldn't have done it. And the thing is, on my first competition as well, I tied my bug last minute after doing my weigh-in and everything because I didn't know whether they're going to let me on stage.
yeah.
Yeah. So what I did, I thought it doesn't matter whether qualified, disqualified, whatever. I'm going on that stage with my bug on. Yeah.
Wicked,
And the thing
respect.
is, but the thing is, it is, and then I get other people who are like, yeah, oh, you look great. You got bug on your training, and they got the other one. You got big body, you got bug, you should grow your beard. There's so many things, but
Oh,
the
too
thing
much.
is, you know what? I'm me. Me means that I'm gonna be myself, which is just representing. And you know what? Clean heart. Uh, as
That's it.
you've seen pictures when taking my mum to the gym. This means a lot more to me than just making other people on Facebook or other like social media. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, look at me, look at me. I am humble in that sense because I don't care what they think of me. My story is my story because you know what? I put in the hard work,
Yeah, you
and
put the
then I
ground. You made the
and I,
story.
I put in the draft and I share it and I tell all my secrets to everyone. I tell everyone what my magic potions are when I train. I tell them no, and I'm telling you. I say to them, I go because it doesn't matter what I tell you. I go, what separates me from everyone else is that I can apply it. Because
Yeah.
when I tell you when I'm doing a cut, 70% of people which I've coached can't get through that cut. Yeah. And I'm saying,
Wow.
but that's what you need to do. You need to think. And that's why actually one of the reasons why I stopped coaching, because I don't do this thing where I'm making someone healthier. I'm getting someone ready to be on stage, and I need that full commitment, full dedication. Not the people say, "Oh, I was running late," for a thing, coming to the gym, or "Oh, today, hope you don't mind, I had two pronte."
Yeah.
You don't belong in my class, yeah. We're built differently.
Okay, this goes on nicely to what role does confidence play in fitness?
Two parts actually.
Go on.
Confidence when you start. So let's say confidence when you have no body. In fitness is different, but when you have no body or you're fat or you're skinny, it does make you less confident. Uh, then you have this problem when you go to the gym. I remember when I first started of looking around at the people who had like what well progressed, and then you think, oh
Yeah.
God, you know what, should I be here? Should I be? But everyone needs to start somewhere. So you need to switch that off, that thing of being at the gym and thinking, oh, you know what? Otherwise, where the other people come from, they also went through that same journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you need to switch that off. But confidence after, like, you saw me at Scotchwell. When I bowl into a place, man, I don't need to say anything. I'm just
Now
there.
you know it's 100%. I saw
Yeah.
you there.
And
'Cause you
yeah,
you
and then,
you were standing right behind me, and I remember the DJ gave you a shout out. There's people coming up to you saying hello to you. Then I thought I want to chat to this guy, man. It is
yeah, yeah.
you just had that energy, that good energy about you, good vibe about you.
Yeah,
So I just turned
because
around
you
and started chatting to
you
you.
you feel you feel good. You look good. You feel good.
Yeah,
Thing is, don't be a person who goes to the gym, gets a great body, and has a grumpy face.
no point.
That doesn't help you at all. Yeah, but I know I have a presence. I go to the Medley, everyone knows me. I go to the Gurdwara, everyone knows me. Yeah, but everywhere I go, someone has seen a little bit about my journey.
Yeah,
And it does inspire you. That you or that other people are inspired you. I get little mums come up with their kids saying, "Oh, can my son or my daughter have a picture with you?" And it's great, and it does boost your confidence. It gives you something that other people don't have, you know. And the main thing is, when you, especially if you're a bit of shy character, which I'm not, but to go and talk to someone, going into a place and having to
yeah.
broker conversation. Normally, they come to you, yeah, and they think so. It's a whole different game changer, yeah, to having that little bit of edge, and it lifts your confidence.
Thing is, you're
Look at
very
you.
humble as well.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, you know what the thing is, I don't rub it in people's face. I had to work hard for this, and
Of
I'm saying
course,
that everyone can do it as well. And the thing is, I'm not I don't look down on a person because they haven't got a body or the thing or they haven't achieved it. They're still great people. I'm old enough and wise enough. Obviously when you're younger, you'd be a bit of an idiot. But
forward guy,
you
yeah,
know,
you got a
now,
bit
but
of
now,
upskill.
now, I'm in my 50s, and you realize everybody has on a journey in life. They just want to get to the end, yeah, and they want someone to make them feel that someone. You never know what someone's internal battles are like. That's the thing. That's what makes me humble, is that, even though I've got, I've got a nice house, used to have nice cars. I was into my old Mercs, yeah. I was known for those. Got great kids. Managed to do all my bodybuilding. Done radio presenting, music production. None of that makes me better than anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only difference is that I used it as a platform to announce it to everyone. Look what I can do. Some people have done a lot more in their lives than I have. Even with charity, when people do stuff for charity, I just keep it hush hush. I don't need people to know that I'm doing
Keep it
for
good for
charity.
the mind. That's it.
You just do what you need to do. Yeah, you go, you do it, and you keep quiet. But if you want to use it to get a pump, that's okay. Some people do it. So my little nasha, you know what, is great. It's like, the more and more I train, the more and more I look good, the more and more people recognize it, the harder I'm going to try. Otherwise, I would have given up by now. Listen, I got
Good.
what, 50 this year. Most definitely, this is going to be my last year of competing. But what I will make sure is that I'll maintain looking good for someone who's my age. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Someone who's completely unfit, how can they get started without in the gym, in the fitness journey, without feeling intimidated?
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. There's the first thing is, don't worry about anyone else around you. They will start it somewhere as well. And the thing is, when you go that first time to the gym and you see people who are lifting heavy weights and doing things, just remember they're a bit more advanced than you. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you can't get there. I talk about it. If someone saw me coming back after I've taken a long period off and I'm lifting, 40 kilos, yeah, imagine how it looks. Yeah, they'll probably think, oh, you know what, and I feel, but I've realized that actually it doesn't matter. You're there, you've gone there because you have an objective to achieve.
Mhm.
And the thing is, you need to switch off from the people around you. And actually, what you will find is that most people aren't really intimidating. Yeah, they'll help you. They'll help you. I always help people. When people ask for advice, I help them. Certain things I do, I say to them when they say you need a spot, I'll say, are you sure? Why don't you drop your weight? Thing is, they might not get the right response for the advice I give them or what they're
Yeah.
requesting, but I'll give it. I'll give it because I think they deserve it. The thing is, most of the people, especially Olympian, why I don't change is because everyone there is there to help me. They helped me when I was falling. They helped me when I was like down at my lowest, when I couldn't train. I had my bicep tendon, my knees, and everyone was saying, we've seen you, Malkit, you'll come back. And
Yeah.
you know what happens is the moment they say that, and I say, yeah, you're right. And then bang, I'm like that. 4 months,
Amazing.
boom, they go, what happened to you? And they go, we just knew you were going to come back because you always do. And that's the thing, that's the people you need around you. Then the other side of things, you do get people, I won't mention a lot of things, but people who thrive off you failing.
Yeah.
A lot of people, some people were very happy, my knees had gone and my things, and I had lost a lot of weight, and I had become, you couldn't even tell I competed. That's what probably was like in January time, yeah. That people were looking and saying, wow, man, this guy'd never been on stage.
Well,
And then I
January
went,
just gone.
yeah. People, you can ask a lot of people, man, what I've done in 3 months, because I can make things happen. But again, when I say make things happen, it's full focus, no playtime. So I have to get through that, just like every other people, new people who come to the gym. I have to get through even worse that, because people will be some people will be laughing at me, thinking, look at him, look at him.
Yeah.
And you know what? But they drive me. And the people who say, don't worry, man, the good people, they'll say, you've done it before, you'll get back there. And I
100%.
always do. I always do. But the thing is, there is going to be a time, and this is important to remember, everyone who's probably young, there's going to be a time in your life that you need to start realizing that you should be slowing down. I can still outlift and probably outshine a lot of people who are like 20, 30 years old, the condition of my body. But there is something in my body which is saying, Malkit, you know what?
Yeah.
Time to
Put
hand
it
the
up.
boots up. Same thing with DJing. You know what? You
Yeah.
got to pass it on, the reins on. Same with music production. Part.
100%.
You can't just run these things forever. Yeah. But what I'm certain about is that I will look semi okay. Yeah. Even in my 60s, I'll
Definitely.
still
You still
retain
love it.
things. Yeah. But maybe not competitions. But
It's like when you
that's
see like pictures of like Arnold now or Sylvester Stallone, you can still see that they're in good shape.
yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
like
and
they
but
got
this
big
is
dog there, have they? It's not like a kabaddi player,
no,
big
no,
Ted.
they haven't. They haven't, and you're right. But look at what they've done is their legacy,
Yeah,
what they've left behind, and that's all I'm doing. Look, my little, they're movie stars, man. Or on my couple of posts on Facebook, but whatever little bit I can leave is my little, mark on the world. Yeah, because that's it. They say, "Naam kamana hai, hoki
yeah,
karna hai."
100%.
But you can't take it with you. So
Yeah,
I just want to create my little thing. And I think it's great. It's great to get recognized for it. Inspires people. And you know what? I didn't start it to inspire other people. Yeah, I actually started it to make myself feel better.
yeah,
So it's a bonus that other people got inspired by it. But the thing is,
100%, bro.
never,
Okay, what's
never.
life outside the gym like?
Life outside the gym is always hectic. So my normal day job, I'm an IT consultant, and yeah, like I said, I got the pleasure of going to a few places
Yeah,
from work. So but I'm fully been doing it for many years. So it's a bit of a niche thing which I consult on as well. So you know that feeds the family, pays the bills. Other than that, it's mum, my kids,
definitely.
family, and then I used to do a lot of things back in the days. I started off as a DJ. Then I started off doing. Then I started doing big wedding parties. I was doing some club nights, then wedding parties. Invested in a massive rig. Started doing all of that. Then what happens is there's a period of time where parents were buying rigs for their kids to keep them off the streets, and they were doing
Yeah,
gigs for 200 quid.
true.
And I was
The
like, can't do
bedroom
this
DJ.
stuff. Yeah, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't get out of bed for less than 400 quid back those days. But there was people who would take a gig for 200 quid, and so then I gave that up. Then I started running nightclubs in London. So me, the Jackal, we had our own team. So we used to run most of the nights. Then we done the music production.
So you done a
Um,
lot of nights at like Park Road, didn't you? Zenith and all that in Mullins.
yeah, we used to do Zenith, we did Mullins, we did Bagley's, Iceni's, Adrenaline
So when
Village, Economic.
When Racy started to do Mullins, I used to go there
Yeah.
mic with him sometimes.
Oh, wicked.
There's a young DJ called GURPS Chaos.
Yeah. Chaos, I know him really well. In fact,
GURPS,
actually, Chaos, I bought my first set of speakers from Chaos.
okay. So
When I,
I used to go with Chaos. So Chaos I used to mic for him sometimes. And
yeah.
I've actually done radio shows for Racy on Asian Star as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I've never
So
got to know Jekyll that well. But I used to always see him on the scene. But Racy, I've always known. Racy, I'm quite tight with.
yeah, so me and Jackal, we're tight. We done a lot of work together, a lot of work
So
together.
when you see those boys now, the hypnotized boys, and you said to them that day, "Mate, that kanna," what did they say?
So it was me and Jackal actually. We sat down, right? When we were doing radio shows actually as well. So this is how it all started, and so he was doing a radio show at Punjab Radio. I was doing a radio show at Punjab Radio. There's me. We were called Double Trouble. Me and this guy called Indy, and then we got talking, and we said, okay, let's do something together. Let's do something together, and then what happened was we'd been talking about for ages. Then all of a sudden one day we just said, look, okay, we're coming studio. So me and Indy we went to the studio and we were sitting there. And then we've produced a couple of tracks for him on this album called Urban Nights.
Okay.
And then after that we got really tight and we were like still working. And then I was sitting there and we was both, me and Jack and I said, let's do something different. You let's create a proper tag team like Public Enemy, but an Asian version of it. And then somehow between me and him, and all got like talking between like finding people. We were like sourcing these rappers and
Yeah.
singers, and we spent endless nights. Me and Jackal in the studio. I mean, the endless nights. We like go in at 6 o'clock. I'd leave there at 3 o'clock in the morning while doing my day job, and this went on for about 6 months.
Right.
And
Do you
then
remember a guy called Boss Man?
yeah,
Bobby the Boss Man. And then he went on to Sunrise Radio.
yeah. So we used to know, but when we released, that was when ZTV used to be
Yeah,
about
I
before
remember.
Z Music.
Because
So
me
we,
and Bobby done Punjab Radio that used to be, on you got Poonam's.
yeah,
What's that road on the side of Poonam's? The Somerset,
Sussex Road.
Sussex Road. And there
Yeah,
used to be like a Milan day centre there. They used to do
yeah,
Punjab Radio on day when they used to get like the 30-day licenses.
Yeah, yeah,
Me and
yeah.
Bobby done Punjab radio from there.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you were in radio way before that because we started doing radio when it moved to Punjab Radio when it moved to Springfield Road.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah. And then, but then what happened was off the back of that, then we conjured up this thing of this team. And then I had this thing where I'm going to badge them up. So we completely tore down the circuit. You know, we were
Amazing.
way before our time. And, you know, the whole presence. I mean, we were so we were, there's one Gujarati, one Christian, two Muslims, two Sikhs in this thing, yeah. And
Brilliant mix, isn't it?
we used to go to a Mela, yeah, and no one used to show us hate. You know, bricklaying and all these things, and people used to get bottles chucked at them, but you know, we
Yeah.
had bare love. And our first performance in Hammersmith Palais, I still remember till today. You know what? I badged everyone up. There was a 50-man team, all with hypnotized hoodies, and we started off the dog tags. No matter what anyone says,
Yeah.
we were the ones that started off the dog tags. We were the ones that started off the hoodies. We used to started off the combats with the trainers.
Yeah.
That was us. We were more than just like the music. We were the fashion. Everybody wanted to be part of this. People used to come up to us and say, "How do I join you guys?" And I say, "Oh, you can't just join us. There's 50 of you." And I say, "Yeah, but that's our crew and that's how
Yeah.
we roll." The
Okay, so
entourage.
outside of all this and fitness, who, when you were younger, who were your big inspirations, music wise, fitness wise, everything, life wise?
Uh, life-wise, God.
Yeah,
Right.
always.
Even when I
Number
was
one.
younger. Uh, bodybuilding was Arnold Schwarzenegger, without a doubt. But
Yeah,
before he came along, the Hulk, the original Hulk,
Louis
that
Ferrigno.
guy, yes, Louis Fredo, yeah, he was my thing, inspiration. You know, I've always been into this, I don't know, alpha thing, yeah. So it's just like, you know, I thought, yeah, that's me, yeah, this smash thing. And music wise, Up Nas and Geet, mate,
Yeah,
all the way. I used
100%.
to go and see them live, you know, when they used to bring their own rigs to the parties. They
Brilliant.
set their own sound systems up, and they used to tear the parties down, you know, always. So that's uh that's it, you know, to be honest. There's not many
Excellent.
other things.
Okay, what's
My
been your
big
biggest, what's been your proudest achievement?
my proudest achievement, uh proudest achievement is my kids. Other than that, it's because everyone says that, it's being on stage as a
I was just about
bodybuilder.
to say, surely it's got to be being on stage.
Yeah, you know, that is, but there's still more work to be done there. See, you know, that's achievement hasn't come to an end yet. I've still got a few rounds there, but that has been my proudest achievement. But again, the other part of the proudest achievement when you is not about the single item. It's about right now I can look back and I can say, you know what, I did things.
You've done it,
I
and now,
made,
now
I
you're leaving a legacy,
yeah,
like
and
you
I
said.
made things happen. So I don't need to look back and say, "Oh, I wanted to do this, I want to do that." And the thing is, it's not about just even trying it; it's about doing it properly. I started doing like university gigs, yeah, when about now 35 years ago,
What
and
uni gigs did you used to go?
I went Bruno, yeah, but I
So you
spent
done,
most
I
of
can't
my
remember what the Bruno gigs were called back then.
Rum Shaker,
Yeah, that's it, Rum Shaker, yeah. And they
yeah,
used to do
yeah,
them at Ealing Boulevard as well.
yeah, yeah. So we used to do loads. Actually, I spent less time in Bruno than I did anywhere else. I've done gigs in the Steering Wheel in Birmingham, but I actually organised, very proud achievement back in the days, of organised the first Bhangra gigs on the Brighton seafront,
Okay,
yeah, in the Arches. And
amazing.
so there's 50 handful of Punjabi people at the unis, but because of all my connections, I was packing out clubs, 700 capacity clubs, and I had coaches from like Kingston, and you name it, the unis, all of them. They just
They
think
turned
that
up.
that was that back in the days, you know, like clubs like were different. You know, the whole thing about going to a club was the journey, yeah, getting
Yeah,
on the coach with your mates and things like that. So
most
I don't know, I
definitely.
can't spell it out to the youngsters now. They just go out and like, you know, bus Fateh, we're going out for a night. I'm saying
Or grab an Uber.
the party used to start when we got on the coach, you know.
Yeah, or get an Uber.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, so
Okay, so
those
where do you see for their fitness in 5 years?
uh Fateh Fitness hasn't really existed as much as I wanted it to. I may bring it back, but what I have realized is that Sad to say that, but us Punjabis don't support each other as much as we should do. We give it the large, we say things, but we don't. We just
We're
pretend.
good at giving the top behind the back.
Yeah, yeah, no te mete, but when you need to
Yeah.
really, have some big support at competition, because remember, competition isn't about just your body. They want a performer. They want the crowd there. They want people behind you. And so, a lot of people say, yeah, I'll be there at your shows, and they'll turn up. So, maybe Fateh Fitness will take off again, but I think Fateh Fitness will be more of a charity thing, I think. And I think charity for um, the older generation, people like my mum,
Yeah.
people who want to like get fit. I think I want to probably push it in that direction. And that makes sense to me because, we owe something back now, we're too greedy at the end of the day. Like, we've got this, we've got that, we've done it, but we would not have been here. The sacrifice and the struggles that not so much I've been through now because, all the hard work was done. But I'm saying our parents or the parents which came,
Yeah.
they done a lot. They couldn't think about these things. They couldn't think that can I organize a gig?
They
Can
were
I?
too busy working and in the
Yeah,
fee,
they were like, roti, like putting
double
roti on the
shift on,
table, mate. Yeah, so
double shift.
I've got, yeah, we're blessed. We're blessed, to trying to put something back in as well. And then I think, you know what? Forget even the gym, just to spend some time with them lot.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a blessing in disguise when you have a conversation. And actually, one of the things about the bodybuilding thing when I go to the Gurdwara as well, because even when I wear a shirt, I look a bit beefy. Is I get a lot of people come and talk to me, the old people, and they come and talk and they talk to me and they said, yeah, I used to do this when younger. And I
Oh,
say to
brilliant.
them, I said, whenever you're ready to come back to the gym, I said, whenever, and but the thing is, it just shows, yeah, that they can recognize that I'm doing something and that I'm happy to share it with them and take them on a journey.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Malks, thank you very much for the fitness. It's been amazing talking to you. Before I go, did you manage to nominate somebody for me?
Yeah, bro. So unfortunately, I haven't got a confirmation from the guy, but 100% he won't say no. He's a darling guy. So he's very inspirational to me. Completely different sport. He does martial arts, but I've been following him for a very long time, and he's got a very strong mind, family-oriented mindset. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying he still does all this. He's got backing. He won a lot of fights, and you need to get this guy on because one of his quotes and sayings is that, and I believe in this. I'm not here to, just like he said, this is his quote, so I don't want to steal it, but I got to
Yeah.
because I believe in it. He said, I'm not here to fit into your world. I'm here to create my own. And
Wow.
that is very important. It's a very powerful statement. We can all come here and slot into someone else's thing, but you got to create your own
And
little,
make your own, yeah. It's a
yeah.
different thing.
And but yeah, I find him really inspiring. He's
I'll
always
reach out
very,
to him definitely, bro. But Max, just wait 2 seconds. Guys, this has been Fateh Fitness. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Give Fateh Fitness a follow as well and a subscribe. So don't forget to like, share.